So, data-driven company, it's a term we hear all the time, right? But what does it actually mean? It's way more than just a buzzword. Today, we're going to break down the real step-by-step blueprint for turning data into your most powerful asset.
The story we often get about AI and data science sounds an awful lot like magic. The idea is you just hire these digital wizards, throw some data at them, and poof, they'll magically whip up these incredible insights that will change your business forever.
But is it really magic? Yeah, you probably guessed it. Not so much. Data science isn't some quick fix you can just sprinkle on your business problems. In fact, if you try to jump straight to the magic tricks without doing the setup work, it'll stop you dead in your tracks. The real secret isn't magic at all. It's architecture. It's all about methodically building a solid foundation, a hierarchy of needs, layer by layer, just like a pyramid. You can't just wish yourself to the top. So let's start digging into this blueprint right from the bottom. Every great structure starts with its foundation. And for a data-driven company, that foundation is its IT infrastructure. This is where it all begins. And trust me, if you get this layer wrong, the whole thing is going to be wobbly. So this foundational layer really breaks down into three crucial steps that create a reliable pipeline for your data. First, you got to collect it. Then you move it and store it somewhere safe. And finally, you can explore and transform it. Think of it like the plumbing in your house. If it's not working right, nothing else really matters. First up, you have to collect the raw material. This can be literally anything: tracking every swipe and click inside your app, pulling in readings from sensors on factory equipment, you name it. This is all your untapped digital gold. Okay, so once you have all this data, you gotta put it somewhere. And this right here is a huge decision. Do you build and manage your own servers on premises? That gives you total control, but man, it's expensive. Or do you use a cloud provider like AWS or Google Cloud? It's usually cheaper and way more scalable, but you really have to think through data control and security. And it's not just where you store it, but how you manage it. On one hand, you've got the classic data warehouse. It's perfect for business folks, filled with clean, structured data for answering questions you already know you have. But then you have the data lake. This is where the real adventure begins for data scientists. It's this massive pool of raw, messy, unstructured data, just perfect for digging around and discovering brand new patterns you never even thought to look for. All right, once the technical plumbing is in place, we can start moving up the pyramid. And this next layer, it's not about servers or software at all. It's about the people and the mindset. It's all about building a data-driven culture. So what is a true data culture? Well, it's an environment where data isn't just for the analysts locked away in a back room. It's a core resource that people from marketing to operations use to make better decisions every single day. The whole goal is to get the tools and the data into everyone's hands. Now, to make that culture actually work, two things are absolutely critical. First, you need enough data, sure. But even more important, way more important, is its quality. Because let's be honest, having tons of garbage data just means you get the wrong answer with a lot more confidence. And this dirty data, it can sneak in from anywhere. Simple typos from users, weird glitches from an ancient legacy system, errors that happen when you're moving data from one place to another. It's a constant battle to keep things clean. So that means you have to be on guard. You have to constantly be asking, is our data valid? Is it in the right format? Is it accurate? Is it complete? Is it consistent across all our different systems? These aren't just boring technical checks. They are fundamental to your business. Okay, so you've got the infrastructure and you've got a culture that's ready for data. The next layer up the pyramid is all about who's actually going to build with this stuff. You need the right people. You see, a great data scientist isn't just some numbers nerd. They're this rare, amazing combination of skills. They need the deep computer science and stats knowledge, of course. But what makes them special is they also need to understand the business, the domain. And crucially, they need the communication skills to explain what they've found in a way that actually leads to action. They're the translators. And because that mix of tech genius and brilliant communicator is so incredibly rare, finding these folks and then keeping them is a massive challenge for companies right now. Everybody is fighting for this talent because they are the people who turn all that data potential into actual profit. And hey, you don't have to take my word for it. Just look at the salaries. This tells you everything you need to know about the demand. In the US, the average is over 120 grand. Over in Europe, Switzerland is leading the pack. The market is screaming about how valuable this skill set is. All right, here we are. We've laid the foundation, we've built the culture, and we've brought in the expert builders. We are now at the very peak of the pyramid. This is where everything has to come together and connect to the core business strategy.
And here's the key point. Unless you're a giant tech company, AI itself probably isn't your product, but it absolutely must be a core part of your strategy. It's the tool that's going to power your business and drive it forward.
And this is where so many companies get stuck. It is so easy to put AI driven on a PowerPoint slide. It's a whole lot harder to really understand what that means for your organization and then use these technologies to actually speed up processes or get rid of boring, time-consuming tasks. So, when you boil it all down, becoming a data-driven company isn't about buying the fanciest new AI tool. It's about doing the methodical, foundational work. Which leaves us with one final question for you. Is your organization truly building its data pyramid from the ground up? Or are you just talking about how amazing the view is from a peak you haven't actually built yet?